Good morning and welcome to the big shave. I haven't been on for a while because I've been busy, and I did actually make one, and I've had a few camera issues really. Not the camera's not broken, it's just basically it didn't have enough battery life, one, and then the other one didn't have enough. It didn't have enough. What's the other thing I'm looking for? I didn't have enough card space on it, so I ended up sort of making a mess of them. But I just thought I'd start off by just showing you some of the things that I got over the weekend. I went to a car boot sale over the weekend, and I got a lovely little travel set. Looks like it's from the 1960s, and it's pretty cheap plastic. It's not been used completely. Everything's brand new in it. You can tell when things have been messed around with. And it had this razor in it, which is it's interesting really, and I thought I knew something about markings on stuff, but it just says Germany on it. You can see that. Now, I always thought that if something had Germany on it like that, it was pre-war, because you used to have to put West Germany on it. It's a lovely weighty thing. I used it yesterday. Got a nice curved top to it, quite a wide gap. You get a good shave off it. Put a Persona in that yesterday, and it was a cracking little shave. The second razor I got it's in a leather pouch. This is a bit nicer, the pouch, and inside you open it up and it's got nail clippers, beer bottle opener, so that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to have a bottle of beer when we're getting shaved, I suppose, and a little three-piece standard. I don't know what the name is of these, but it's a little three-piece Gillette, made in England. Again, it's not been used, you can tell. There'd be crud in it, but it's not used at all. Again, £1, £1 English pound for that. And the final bargain was this thing, which is it's a flare tip. I think it's a super speed flare tip. Again, made in England. I'm sure I've got the name of that wrong. Someone will correct me on it. It's in not bad condition. It's a bit rusty inside, but I've been cleaning it up a bit. Mechanism's fine on it. Get a shave with that, I suppose. Not today. I'm reverting. I'm going back to the womb today. Back to some safety. I'm going back to bog standard stuff really. So it's going to be a Persona blade in the Maker Future with some Arco soap. It sounds like Cluedo, doesn't it? It's Professor Plum in the library with the lead piping. It's Maker Future in the bathroom with the Progress and the Arco. Okay, so that's the technical side. So we're using the red Persona Platinum, which I'm sort of addicted to at the moment. I've been using other razor blades, but this is the one I prefer to use it. It's sharp when you first use it. There's no drag at all on the first usage, and it lasts 3 or 4 shaves if you're lucky. I'm starting on a 3. You'll see that. Start on a 3. I'm not using this on 6 as much as I used to. Like that gap's not straight. Anyway, so that's the first thing. Left some Arco to soak. The problem with Arco is it goes quite hard if you leave it, so I'm using that. So I'm getting a load on a brush, loading up the brush, and I'm mixing up in a bowl. There's some we had a message, I think it was on Facebook, or I think it was on YouTube, and it was how to lather up using a stick, and this is one of the videos I made and didn't work out properly. I'm gonna redo it. It's basically just the different ways, because I think for years I used to try and lather off a stick and just try and get a lather going, especially with the Erasmic soap, but it didn't work. With the Erasmic soap, you've got to like shave bits of it off and put it into a bowl, and it works fine that way. And the Erasmic soap's really nice. If you do it any other way, it's a bit rubbish. Okay, so yeah, this Arco foil, look, lovely thick goo, and we'll get some of that. I'm going to water it down just a touch. Okay, so there we go. Let me just tilt down up a little bit so I can see it better. So I spread copious amounts of Arco on my face. I haven't had Arco on for a while, so it's soap. It smells of soap, folks. It doesn't smell of cat pee. And let's go. In case you haven't watched one of these before, you've stumbled on it. We use a 3-pass method, or I use a 3-pass method. Say we, you know, because there's people who watch this regularly. And we're sort of a gang, aren't we? That's beard reduction. So you start off with the growth down the cheek. In my case, you just touch your face, find out. You can hear that's against, that's with, and then you don't press very hard. The point is not to try and get it all up on the first go, and just let the razor and the blade do all the work. You don't put any pressure on it. I'm gonna have to tilt it down a bit. That's better. The combination of the platinum and the merc is great. It's heavy. It's sharp, which means if you get, you get used to doing this, you can do nice long flowing strokes. You see that? It's my lather up again. So this time I'm going to go across the growth, which in my case, that's with the growth and that's against the growth. Across the growth is down the cheek diagonally. So you start off roughly by your ear and then just bring it down. Hear the noise of that maker. It's another good thing about the maker, the weight of it, the design of it, but also you can hear that it's actually removing beard. And again, we're not pressing very hard here, we're just letting the razor, the weight of the razor and the sharpness of the blade. And then the final pass, get back a little bit so you can see what's happening. The final pass, always keep your blade clean as well, is against the grain, and this time I always start off down the jawline. So just go either side of the jawline, pick up all that loose growth. What else is happening in my life? Well, it looks finally that the people I'm working for have found the money to keep me on for another year, so it's another year of financial security, which is good. I've had like 4 years of living on my wits, really, applying for funding for the radio station, and living on like meagre amounts of money, but now at least another year of making sure I've got enough money in the bank to cover all my expenses, which is good. You wouldn't like to see me on the streets with you, the candelabra. And that's it, that's done. All you need to do then is just pick up any rough bits, like Jill has done, clean your razor thoroughly, take your glasses off, and then wash all the soap off. Now you must remember to make sure you've got no soap on your neck. It's very embarrassing going into work with soap on your neck. And what else has been happening? So job's good. Relationship with Sheila. Have you been following this? You know, I had a few relationship problems last year. It's brilliant. We're back together again. It's all hunky dory. We're both enjoying. It's a bit like a fresh start, really, which is good. I'm glad we were both able to sort of do this. I think everyone's happy for us as well. You know, friends and relations are happy that we got back together again. It was a very unfortunate series of events. I'm gonna have a little break now. On a more sad note, my friend Jackie's not getting any better. I said last time, she's home. They put a hospital bed in the home for her, and it's very sad. Very, very, very sad. She had a long illness. She had a brain tumour, which has come back. When she was first diagnosed with, she literally only had hours to live. They operated after a while, which has extended her life by about 18 months. but in the last month or so, the last couple of weeks, it's come back, and it is terminal. It's really sad because she's such a lovely person, and it's one of these people you got nothing, you can't say anything bad about her. I know when people are dying, people usually get a bit morose, but you really can't say anything bad about Jackie. She's a lovely, lovely woman. Produced 2 lovely kids. Had a bit of a shocking marriage, but this last few years I've had a good time being a partner of my friend Steve. And it's just one of them things really. When you get to my age, 55, people seem to be dying at regular intervals, and it's obviously more poignant as well when it's people of your age. Jackie's exactly the same age as me, and you just ask yourself the question: who's going to be next? And on that note of I was going to say negative, isn't there? But it's not really negative, because she was a fine person. She's had a good life, and we should always, even though the end hasn't been as ideal as as possible, you should always sort of accentuate the positive aspects of people's lives in this sort of situation. And that's about it, really. This isn't really talking about shaving. Just say that I used Arco cologne, Arco cream rubbed in, and then topped it off with a little bit of what do we top it off with? A little bit of Body Shop Eau de Toilette Arbor, which is really nice stuff. Love the smell of this. It's one of these things, I think, when when this runs out, we'll get a replacement one. It's not a one-off. That's about it, really. So keep going to the Facebook group, keep putting stuff on there. Some interesting stuff, people selling razors and people talking about razors and all sorts of stuff, James Bond villains, things like that. And the blog, I haven't touched the blog for a while as well, because as I say, I've been busy, but I will try and put something on today when I'm in work. And thanks for watching. That's all I can say. And carry on shaving. Make sure you enjoy the shave. It's the best part of the day, really. Goodbye.